When the lab coats say these rifts could destroy the entire galaxy, that doesn't include the main menu, right? Geography ain't my strong suit.
Fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purple Berry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep, life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, it's twice the fun.
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendant's claims have been proven correct. They were, in fact, not responsible. Outside agitators were apparently attempting to frame the Order in hopes of rekindling hostilities between us. But we were much too cautious and level-headed this time. Other outside parties, presumably less agitating, reportedly outed these malefactors and brought these matters to an appropriate close. Hope no employees listening shot anyone from the Order while this was being resolved, which you'll recall we explicitly forbade earlier. If you did, and any Order representatives are listening, we can offer our standard regrets and apologies bouquet assortment delivered to the homes of any surviving loved ones. Alternately, we could just leave a dozen or so outside one of our local field offices for you to collect and distribute yourselves. In fact, we'd actually prefer that. Assuming by your silence, that's okay. Lovely, let's do that. Ta! Now, on to other things. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking, all I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today. Tongues to sweet meats, lungs to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hot sand.
The plan can wait. Our line...
Recharged and ready to maim.
It's not the worst. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Unnecessary vulnerabilities identified. That wasn't intentional.
No coarse, porous bristles poking our gums. With their proprietary whisker extraction, pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, work in the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So when we need to relight our
commendable,
customers,
passenger.
we don't
Please
waste
continue
time
waiting
slow
quietly
roasting
until the next
fancy
tram arrives.
holy cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Borswurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats into my tummy. Who knew meat base could taste so yummy? Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today. Don't be a shirker. Don't be a slob. Grab a can and get back on the job with Borstwurst. Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. You may have heard that Auntie knows better than nature. Auntie offers over 1,000 different products in over 100 different brands.
Nature offers disease, predation, pestilence, and nasty little biting insects.
What does nature know? Auntie knows best. Choose Auntie's Choice. Okay, back to business. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right-wrong lift on the ACS Undefeated claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our brave new autocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice? And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thinking will only
You're
lead
now
us
entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
This term, self-betterment, makes you 110%.
That Manosaur was at least 4 meters
Move
tall.
on, freelancer.
Now
I've been
probably
tasked
closer
with
to
only
6.
treating enlisted personnel.
Probably the biggest Manosaur there ever was.
Be the you that you would be if you were any better. Get some get up and go.
This is the last bastion of control before No Man's Land.
Get her.
I am unsure of who assigned you permission to be a locale. Please refrain from it.
The toilet's now. What can the pipe doctor do for you?
I'm just a plumber. What do I know about human anatomy? People, well,
Always remember, good
It's Auntie's Choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka in every color of the rainbow, and then some. Auntie works hard to make sure you have more variety than you could ever want or hope to want. You deserve that choice. You deserve Auntie's Choice. And now, back to it. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Kick the living time for me.
Num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum, num rum, taste more and feel less. Num rum, no worries, no stress. Num rum, relax with success. Num rum. When it's time for a cocktail, Num rum will help you set sail. Problems fade into the sunset. Num rum will help you forget.
Hostile in proximity. Investigating hostile intentions.
You need a natural.
Combatant scanned. Take position so I can take the I have a fix on their weaknesses. Yeah.
Like a workplace promotion. Reassigned to a tropical moon when positions no more bad. Straw where it's safe to be barefoot in the sand. While holding a bottle of Num rum tied in your head. And like that.
I'll handle this. Stun weapon ready. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Take position so I can take the
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Tranquility.
Been known to hold a grudge, you know.
Time for your next shift. Num rum. Taste more and feel less. Num rum. No worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax with success. Num rum.
Error. Navigation systems offline. Unable to locate designated path.
Worries, no stress. Num rum. Relax with success. Num rum.
Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties?
And now,
This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming.
Yet despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great.
Everyone knows salubrious concoctions aren't
This unit is not programmed to respond to order prognostication. It is not a medical specialist. It is a specialized tool of medicine.
New from Auntie's Choice, where nature ends, we begin.
Farewell.
Moving on. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and
Anybody got the time?
Proceeding to attack.
friendly company. They're fine.
every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine.
Well, that hill's not going to climb itself.
Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. Cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Looks a mite picked clean, doesn't it? Mobilizing. Unfriendly nearby. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Say the word and I'll spread enlightenment.
Scrap, you sell your parts, get a Adrenatine, get Take your position so I can take the Adrenatine. Throw it, boom, boom, boomy, boom!
Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be
My. Monumentally impractical. And garishly tacky.
There's nothing I wouldn't do. I've been yearning and yearning for all of
This window. Don't like it.
These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them,
Combatant observed.
transfer them with ourselves.
Yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us in the standing before we cut them up.
Selection has been scientifically proven to increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental malady in the listening workforce. At least in the lab. Not responsible for night
Resorting to violence.
or prolonged glossolalia. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my...
Combatant scanned. Check your scope.
That was gratifying. Like crushing a bothersome worm under my boot.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos Spectrum Vodka. Red and green and black and blue.
Milky white and orange too.
Yellow, even violet.
Spectrum makes you smile yet.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos Spectrum Vodka. You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectrum Vodka comes in brown.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Tip it back and drink it, drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos Spectrum Vodka. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos Spectrum Vodka. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos.
And now it's available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzos Spectrum Vodka.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice. Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive? Auntie, when are you going to have a sale?
My dear child, every day is a sale at Auntie's Choice.
Yes, you heard that right. Every day is a sale when you're shopping for the best products at the lowest prices. Auntie knows you want to spend your bits on the best things that money can buy. So she made sure every Auntie's Choice product is on sale for the lowest price that she can afford.
How do you know it's the best price? Because Auntie knows best.
Now, upward and onward. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Raptidons or some such.
Round the year of 55, on Old Towshetty Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mine. Some sugar little smoke, forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's clock, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even
So you did
more.
come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
Chemical plant gloom, brown sludge flooded the place. That manager chanced the taste. He didn't survive, but now we've got instant bore slow pace. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss.
I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear. Auntie asked for a new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their gray. Presenting liftoff laxative, hooray.
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
But that's what your doctor scans for. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management.
Shame about all this blood. I just polished these boots.
Sometimes getting ahead means giving up.
I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of vengeance. We must uncover what transpired here. As an apprentice, I was taught to see investigations through to their completion. Evidence begets evidence and can lead one to uncover further criminal elements. Any further interest is purely academic. Very well.
Watch out! That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand-make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you
that?
a get-up-and-go
Yes, that's an incisor, all right.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Yeah.
Fried Crisco, stuff them in your chewer. Who would guess that tasty flesh was found down in the sewer?
No.
Fried crisp, you really gotta try 'em. We
people could have been saved if they simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm.
Sprite crisp, 1000% germ free. 'Cause nothing survives.
Salutations. Has your search uncovered anything of remark? Inform me. An encampment such as this normally would possess no means for long-band communications. Was there anything remarkable about it? Good observation. Suffice it to say, the Protectorate would not take kindly to such a theft. Did you have anything else? Perhaps it might allow us to ascertain the final moments of the camp's machines. See if any final commands were sent before the camp's destruction. The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend. The fact that this camp isn't a bullet-strewn ruin suggests it was wiped out by something precise, or at least not as destructive as traditional weapons of war. Did you learn anything by examining the body? Interesting. Dragoon automechs wield shock cannons, and the refugees may have had some for defensive purposes. Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong. The sign that something unusual happened there may fit snugly. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? A good first observation, and one I concur with. Too little damage, no signs of traditional firearms. Have any theories about the automechs that did this?
Innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to gatekeep trade routes. Think of the R&D.
My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised?
Auntie's job is to keep you motivated.
I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. Indulge me. How do you think the mechanicals were corrupted? It's too convenient. I submit that the refugees predominantly used the local shortwave tower to control their automechs. The saboteur commandeered it and sent out an override. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees? Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugees most certainly didn't build it themselves. They were likely Protectorate as well. I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. I admire your enthusiasm, but these refugees were traitors to the Protectorate, though I still believe there was a solution here beyond complete annihilation. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry. seems the
ratcheting up
machines
my
return,
aggression.
bent on eliminating any stragglers. To arms!
Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
I shall not stay your execution!
Standing by to stupefy.
Stand against us!
Combatant scanned.
Taking future! That was a hardy engagement. You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again.
To Auntie's family. I never worked for him, then it can work for you. You could be the next Auntie's favorite nephew.
I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone. Go. I shall linger here a tad longer to make sure there's nothing we missed.
You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh.
Honest-to-goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Auntie's Choice values its employees. You represent a significant... Auntie's Choice values its employees. You represent a significant investment in human capital. Without you, we would have to hire someone else at current rates and greater expense. So let's spotlight our new employee of the fiscal quarter, Security Commander Babylon Carr, for going above and beyond the call of fiduciary duty on Paradise Island. Carr shrewdly opted for sabotage rather than a full-scale assault. Her thrifty investment in a single independent contractor spared troop lives and, more importantly, ammunition. If only D.B. Milvers Street, executive in charge of our Eden invasion, had tried such outside-the-killbox tactics. This is why Carr is our employee of the fiscal quarter, and he is not. As usual, our quarterly winner receives a Galaxy's Greatest Auntie executive mug personalized with their employee number. Non-transferable conditions and terms apply. Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Warning, this art searching for navigation data back to Matriarch's Mercy. No result. Airfare.
Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today. When you miss the call for chow, but you want to eat something now, you're go for lunch with Forced Rockets. When your team is getting creamed and your winger's out of steam, recharge your tossball crew with Forced Rockets. Forced Rockets. Forced Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
you soon. You can save the day with Boards Rockets. When your ship's adrift and lost, and the crew starts drawing lots, why won't your mates when you've got Boards Rockets? Boards Rockets. Boards Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
That popular favorite was requested by Carlson Fidel, thinking of their family in Halcyon. Let's hope our War of Liberation brings the brave employees of...
Make sure and get plenty of exercise. An active heart is an active bowel. Now, what can the pipe doctor do for you? I'm just a plumber. You really think so? Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
We probably ought to tell you there's a Cytomint or two.
Apoplexy, whooping fits, childhood gout, adult rickets, dysentery, swings of mood, bloody flux, decrepitude, night terrors, mania, day terrors,
You're tuned to wireless-free Arcadia, the best thing since sliced...
So many dead.
Now with
Places
110%
falling
more
apart.
music, entertainment, news, and product placement.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teaching.
Stop all your moving and shaking, go-getters. I have news you need to know right now. The Space Rift has undergone a sudden and rapid intensification in size and vigorousness. And not in a new and improved bigger is better kind of way. Our own VP of Product Development, Gertie Hewitt, can attest to that. Auntie's right-hand VP was nearly killed by the Rift while on a business trip, acting as our duly delegated representative for some high-risk negotiations. Luckily, she escaped in a last-minute dramatic fashion.
The Protectorate have only been told
such
a
as our own
watered-down
corporate fixtures for hire, check listings for airtimes. Now back to the news. We're hearing scuttlebutt that the smaller rifts across Arcadia are getting an angry look about them. Probably nothing to worry about. Panic is not a profitable response. Auntie is certain someone will solve this little rift dilemma, turning a potential liability into an asset. Think of the potential, then submit your ideas to your department head. Now, on to other things. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further.
Wow, that's large!
It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout. When they see me coming, they shout. Look out! Perchance a glance at me with these. They know that I'm a VIP. It's a Wentworth Stout, and it says with pride that I'm a #1 top bonafide. In any crowd, I'm sure to stand out with an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout. You'll never want to be without an Uncle Wentworth velvet stone.
Salutations once more.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind? Just trust me and go give it a look.
And my terms are quite straightforward.
You'll never want to be without an Uncle Wentworth velvet stone. That's Uncle Wentworth, Belvedere Stone. Uncle Wentworth, Belvedere Stone.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice, building a better Eden.
Greetings, libations or information. What?
The encampment had been razed.
I'm surprised. There's a malfunctioning lamp just.
Auntie knows better than nature. Auntie offers over 1,000 different products in over 100 different brands.
Nature offers disease, predation, pestilence, and nasty little biting insects.
What does nature know? Auntie knows best. Choose Auntie's Choice. Now, upward and onward. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Round the year of 55, on Old Talshetty Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mine.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct leg from Bastion, middle of a Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject? Forgive me for withholding my applause.
You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen AC ad execs I recruited last week. We're all just vomitous with envy.
but that's what your auto doctors.
Anyone had asked me, I had to put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
Not so long ago, on a tidally locked moon, some greenhorn tripped a valve in a chemical plant gloom. Brown sludge flooded the place.
My apologies. Barney is sometimes overzealous in the guarding of my body. Though, when it comes to Protectorate arbiters, it is perhaps warranted.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Mine's crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their brains.
Yes. Yes, it was. I'd hoped to be proven wrong, but vindication has cemented my resolve. I shall uncover what happened, no matter what.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Hands off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's a win. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together?
For the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share with a chum.
I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support. My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities. I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate. Utilizing one of our craft for independent purposes would have rendered me conspicuous. I knew Sub Rosa would offer steady transport as long as I paid their exorbitant fees, just as I knew they would collect information on my every movement. But I neither trust them nor have the funds to continue this relationship for much longer. You, on the other hand, have proven to be a capable partner. I hold my word in highest regard. Were I to pledge allegiance to you, the pact would be nigh unbreakable, barring some extreme action on your part. I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? Ah, I should have considered this eventuality. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
Rubbing shoulders with Protectorate arbiters now, are we? I'll reserve judgment. Hopefully, he can as well.
But I was hoping to peruse the shopkeeper's wares to see what they had with sharp, barbed, or serrated edges. We're all three. Fine, I'm going.
Let us be off, Commander.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's. It's Auntie's choice. Auntie's the bestest choice.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. When we here at Wireless Free Arcadia make on-air misstatements, we own up to it sometimes. Like right now in this batch of corrections. In last Sunday's weekend P&L report for the previous Saturday, we inadvertently misquoted a junior VP of conveyor sprocket lubrication and maintenance, blaming a belt drive starboard wing factory mishap for a 2% drop in daily space rivet production. Correction. The decline was only 1.8% and wholly due to human error. Moving on. A recent report on the new Sprats Up condiment substitute currently rolling out in test markets claimed the product has a might tangy 110% real Sprat flavor. Correction. Sprats Up actually contains real Sprat flavorings. Still a mite tangy, though. That part's 110% correct. Okay, enough corrections. So we made a few mistakes. No need to keep harping on them for law's sake. Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
That scum! That miserable scum! To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign! I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Do you truly believe this to be a fine time for a snide remark? Now? I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. I shall attend to that matter once it presents itself. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
It's Fizzo, Fizzo, Viva Fizzo, Fizzo Spectrum Vodka.
inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Here's a bulletin that will boost your boardroom confidence, an update on major combat operations across Arcadia. Because when it comes to Auntie's bottom line, war is swell. News from the front lines is nothing but grand. Look no farther than Praetor. Not the most picturesque piece of real estate, but a profitable one, by gum. Wasn't so long ago that Praetor was supposedly an impregnable protectorate stronghold. A dank, glow-in-the-dark closet to stack all the skeletons of their repressive society. Now look at it. Our ingenious acquisition forces have transformed the Protectorate's black sites into highlights of our quarterly income report. Factories, chemical plants, natural resources, all ours for the exploiting. An incredible return on our troop investment. And while every planetary occupation has its hazards, Praetors have been minimal. True, one local species of megafauna seems unusually aggressive. Sounds like an ideal candidate for the lab coats and biological weapons to me. Protectorate attempts to reclaim their assets have been repulsed. Easily. Our Praetor facilities are operating at 110%. Put no stock in rumors you may hear to the contrary. Mere water cooler scuttlebutt from disgruntled down-and-outers or jealous lower managers who balked when Auntie first proposed we put boots on that rock. You can always trust wireless-free Arcadia. We're straight shooters, just like our combat forces expanding our market share across the star system. Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner, and my
Hey, Commander. Something tells me the Order won't be keen on letting an enemy soldier walk through their gates. Reckon I ought to step away? But I wouldn't give for a big bowl. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized. Must be a sign. The Protectorate's latest action clearly runs counter to the plan. Mark my supposition. It's only a matter of time.
If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner, and my rates are never lower.
Oh, I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated loner. And my dear, you know my terms. They are really quite straightforward.
I'm not sure how you got that, but treat it with respect. We must now endeavor to construct our own. They opened it! Hurry! Assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings.
Uncomplicated loner.
That's better. Assistant, make a note of how the... Reverted again! Infuriating!
That my rates will never No, they'll never, ever be lowered.
Fascinating. It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift, but it somehow...
It's open again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations.
But the loan that you request includes compound interest in addition to my standard service fee. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my turn.
It has the Auntie's Choice logo on it, but what even is this thing?
Are quite straightforward.
This seems rather extreme. Are you sure you can't simply unbolt it?
My interest rates aren't low. I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause
Non-subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated.
Proceeding to attack.
Executed in a
Threat detected. Combatant scared.
Said colony the courage they need to survive. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent and guile.
Seeking cover. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
the flavor that lasts and the taste you can't top from.
Draft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
He's steady eye.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
System abides.
Tobacco sweet at the end.
Restoring the balance. Moving to safety.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Be all clear. Please release us. They always come from that big building across the street before they open the gate. They must leave a key in there.
While your satisfaction doubles, no boring old smoke rings. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Ba-do-ba. At home or at work, by the pack or the case, it's the bubbly perk that will pick up your pace. It's Bubblegum Slims. Try Bubblegum Slims today. Ba-do-wop, ba-yada-ba, ba-do-bop. Do-wop, ba-yada-da-da-da-do. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-wop. Do-bop, bop, bop, bop. Do-do-do, ba-do-ya, ba-ba-do-ba-do-wop, ba-ba-do-wop, bop. Ba-do-wop, bop, ba-do-wa-do. Ba-do-wop, ba-do-wop, ba-do-wa-do-wa-do-bop. Oh, bubblegum, 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 bubblegum.
Rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend.
Try Bubblegum Slims, try Bubblegum Slims.
Reason's past is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado.
Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
After that, some damn cultists.
Grass raring to go.
analyzed.
Fire! If you possess any at all. Wait, that's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up.
Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Marisol, you're here.
Right.
That is assuming you're not some sort of enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition.
My eyes.
Yes, should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous items in here. I thought I would never see you again. It's been what, 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Yes. These are my colleagues. They assisted me in a matter regarding a conspiracy headed by a cabal. It was all rather involved. My identity became revealed after I'd been undercover for a considerable time.
You were flushed out? What other low probability events have occurred since... Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anaïs Bujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anaïs Bujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
We doing introductions? I'm Inez. Don't mind the uniform, I'm freelance, and got no quarrel with you besides.
Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends. She's mentioned the little spook show we used to work at, right? I was an analyst in predictive risk assessment. She was, in the field, as it were. Solving the universal equation is the ultimate purpose of every member of the Order. Our express remit was to identify events that could delay or derail that.
Once an issue was identified, I'd be assigned to address it.
At a certain point, I became one of her assignments. I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the presumed requirements to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations, filling in certain blanks, trillions. Theoretically, it would hurry the process along so it could be solved in our lifetime, but it was unorthodox, risky if taken too far. I knew the Council would judge it mathematical heresy, so I attempted to work in secret. Eventually, I was discovered, excommunicated, sent here.
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply disappeared somewhere along the way.
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command.
Everyone get to work. Your home office away from home will be waiting for you when the job is done. Now, on to other things. Alrighty then, it's well past for more merry melodies.
It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly. Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronic assistance. Wouldn't advise it, but I've been here on my own for decades, and I remain a reasonable statistician. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed, and there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations were destroyed years ago.
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Anti's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
With impeccable style, the perfect poster boy. Oh, can't you see? Yes, he's a tribute to Auntie's family. I never worked for him, then it can work for you. You could be the next Auntie's favorite nephew. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profits soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, cats, let's go one more time. Oh, let's go.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Perhaps we'll see each other again sometime.
Well, wouldn't that be swell? We make an Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Yeah!
junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia. Featuring product advertisements specifically...
I'll handle this. Combatant scanned.
Asset report. You know what deserves some visibility? Praetor, a gloomy moon that's become quite the shining star in our portfolio. Thanks in no small part to the chemical plant we liberated from the Protectorate in the earliest phases of equity building here in Arcadia. The chemistricians in product development wasted no time repurposing the facility's production lines away from the Protectorate's fruitless gumption-suppressing pharmaceutics. Not much of a market for mood depressants after all. Solvents, food additives, adrenaline stimulants, scented exfoliants. Those are the surefire molecular chain moneymakers. The Praetor plant operates around the clock at peak efficiency, yet employee safety, as always, is given the utmost of brief consideration. 12 out of 10 top medical technicians recommend working in proximity to caustic chemicals. Slurry fumes really...
Investigating hostile I have a fix on their weaknesses.
It has been 6 days since the last fatal workplace incident, but rest assured it was not the fault of the plant foreman or any execs in charge of that management. As acknowledged on page Section K of the ironclad wrong...
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
If there's a workplace death, the deceased did something wrongful. The Praetor plant's trifling risks are worth its substantial rewards, expanding our reach...
Raph's back in business.
As these diversifies, we conquer. Now, on to other things. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and revenue. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own to. For now I'll take one that's brand new, 'cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Commander, a moment of your time. Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss. Relax, Commander. You are not under my authority to judge. Though if you were, that phrase alone would have certainly seen you hauled off to mental refreshment. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was a protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it, but with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses. I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt. If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He, too, seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship. It was actually his suggestion we divide and conquer. As our operational philosophies differ ever so slightly, this seemed a good plan. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act, and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior. It is a novel, albeit strange, philosophy. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to fear, aside from being an outsider to the Protectorate. Whatever the case, Virgil awaits us on Paradise Island, Commander. I hope we shall find time to go there.
It's Auntie's Choice! Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements. This is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats, to canned animals, vegetables, and minerals, to vodka...
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once. I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I'm pleased we prevented their murder. But they remain my enemies, peddling a false peace. Furthermore, your choice to spare De Vries caught me off guard. Did she not harm you? Kill your compatriots? Can we be certain she shall not visit more harm yet? I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task at hand, saving Arcadia from the rifts.
Lose your troubles, aspire and scheme with the temporary boost of self-esteem. When you drink Purple Bear tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Wouldn't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination. Did I mention I ate a full box of Purpleberry Crunch to celebrate my big new promotion? Yep, life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating...
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
His loss. I heard Auntie's in the market for a big, dumb, winsome bodyguard. He'd be paid handsomely in Spratwurst and backhanded compliments.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil, touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal. I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you. Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is why...
For the same reason that a sprat would not answer a Canid's invitation to dinner.
Not quite how I would put it. We simply do not answer to the Consul. I viewed answering his summons as contradictory with my present duties, and chose to ignore them.
If you had nothing to hide, you would have answered his summons. Now, I'm here to make certain you can avoid them no longer.
Join Auntie's family.
This conversation is a farce, but Tristan and I are equals. I wish not to act without his agreement.
For my part, I may suspect the Consul's agents, but I do appreciate that the circumstances of their role is unique. If a fellow Protectorate citizen engages me in combat, I am within my rights to defend myself. But this Sentinel has come to me openly, under the norms of Protectorate law. From his perspective, I could almost see his point. Quite right. What do you have in mind? Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
Yes. When you ran through burning leaves to save those Protectorate children, I knew you'd truly given up your criminal upbringing.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
No. My earlier reluctance to kill this Sentinel does not denote trust. There's no guarantee he wouldn't attempt to arrest us at a later point.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation. I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
But not limited to borscht entrails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobaccorn husks.
If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks. That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rears to tits. Efficient means we make more bits.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. Let us do just that. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
No coarse pores, bristles poking our gums. With their proprietary whisker extraction, pulverized bones means no tooth-cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So, when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Wurstwurst. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral taste. Productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail.
You're tuned to wireless-free Arcadia, the best things in sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendants claim... An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendant's claims have been proven correct. They were, in fact, not responsible. Outside agitators were apparently attempting to frame the Order in hopes of rekindling hostilities between us. But we were much too cautious and level-headed this time. Other outside parties, presumably less agitating, reportedly outed these malefactors and brought these
I recall this place.
Hope no employees listening shot anyone from the Order while this was being resolved, which you'll recall we explicitly forbade earlier. If you did, and any...
These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. What in blazes? These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Beware. This would be a most ignoble place to end our day.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Let us proceed with due haste. Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops, lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
Yeah.
That was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Only once our chemistricians process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch is quite the branding feat. So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made from crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab
Taking punitive action! Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Yeah.
Crabble doesn't have to be a threat to consume.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
It tastes almost decent. Crabwich, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
On this episode of Big Gain Hunter, we take you to the ice moon of Cloister.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
Prosecuting! Viscerally!
Has ceased
Ready to dispense judgment!
Animal brings to the table.
Be wary for anything that may be a clue as to the hidden room's location.
Boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Immunosol, the right multi-spectrum antibiotics for wildlife.
Passcode is Limber. No. Let's try Amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's Gavel. I should remember this. Damn it.
Freezing my assets off on Cloister.
Ambergris can't be it. That's too short for a facility like this. Wait. Oh, no.
Of the strategies of feigning innocence I have seen, this is certainly the most pathetic. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Pods are resistant to the cold. Invest in a good plasma weapon if you attempt acquisition. Blasted fingers are about to freeze off. Why didn't anyone on my staff tell me an ice moon would be so cold? They're charging!
It is. But it's more strange than anything. I knew this man a long time ago, and he seems to have changed. Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker,
though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him. That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible. I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions. I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses. May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know.
Decrepitude. Night terrors. Mania. Day terrors.
I don't even know the name of this station.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
Chronic itch. Inflammation. Night sweat.
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, you may be right. Whoever hired him must not have known about his addled mind. They were moving quickly, desperately.
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't!
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you. I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not. I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously. There is a difference. A murderer's family is imprisoned, whereas they are not in death. But I do suppose the perpetrator's punishment does not change. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point. My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here.
The voice of Auntie's Choice. And this month's winner of Auntie's Jingle Contest TM is Factory Technician 3rd Class Janie Thirunadu Karasar, who submitted the following audio recording.
I love Auntie, yes I do. Her hair looks real, like a real hairdo. I love Auntie, so do you. Let's buy Sisty Bits, covered in goo.
Congratulations, Janie. You and your family win a full year's supply of...
That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest.
Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury. It is fortunate you have gained my trust, or I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Begone! You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you. Without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to... The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that. From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified.
There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for...
But he was acting against the Protectorate, even if he didn't know it. How can I act as an arbiter of justice if I allow a traitor a reprieve? To me, there cannot be. That is, there isn't. That's not possible, and I cannot afford to think of it as such. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
Something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the Right Wrong Race on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-legend herself, paragon of do-it-yourself, Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of... confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's Choice?
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. Excellent. I look forward to it.
Corporate thinking will only lead you sick. And listen, child, and take it straight from me. This term, self-betterment, makes you 110% everything you'd ever hope to be.
Be the you that you would be if you were any better. Get up and go, you.
Let us make our way to Central Control forthwith.
Choose betterment or impediments. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role and ignore all toll. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal.
We've got an improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook, with a fresh new can't-lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning, and upper rungers are winning. So shortly, you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me
aggressors in range
liberates society. Sell them on
invasive elements! My weapon!
Let's give these fools a lesson in gun
some moral grace.
Smells like paint and agitated dust. Renovations, I surmise. That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order.
Time for one more lesson. So I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals.
I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in.
She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards.
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked.
Playing chess.
I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears
Cutthroat, so be
appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine. You must...
She said, do what you can.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Oh,
smiling.
what in blazes?
This is
How long have you been
climb.
standing there? What did you hear?
There's no such thing as free advice, dear.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best thing since sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Auntie's grand advance across the Arcadia system marches on. Sit back with your favorite adrenaline stimulant as we look ahead on our acquisition agenda. Top of the list is Praetor, a hostile but asset-rich environment. High risk, high reward. Our current foothold on this protectorate stronghold represents just a little...
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot.
So hush-hush, even their own adult citizens remain in the dark. No surprise there. Protectorate brass keeps their...
Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions. My mentor hated the consul and was deeply devoted to the sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the consul into a trap.
Rao, you really ought to have a sit-down. Were this anyone except your mentor, you'd see this for what it is.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense.
I'll pause while you stifle your yawn. A classic failure of basic branding. No sizzle whatsoever. We'll fix that soon enough when our forces take the lab and our lab coats appropriate its intellectual property. Speaking of appropriation, the freelance agent who's become such a fixture on these airwaves reportedly procured a device from the lab that may actually control rifts. Obviously, we are vested in acquiring such a contraption. We might use it to control the trade routes, or simply swallow up the competition. Imagine the...
It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
We're all in the sprat race together. Soon enough, Praetor's midnight moonscape will be lit like high noon with Auntie's signage.
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort.
Don't be in a rut, 'cause stuff is stuck in your gut. Auntie brings you the pill that fixes all your ills. Lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, break free. Once again, be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with impressive speed.
There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken. at Oculus and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice.
Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday.
I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
The ex-Protectorate subject there had been mentally refreshed. Killing him would have accomplished nothing, despite his crimes, as he was merely a pawn to someone else.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
What of it? Someone has to stop him.
Ironic. You came here to judge me for much the same reason I have, as you so claim, deserted. I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
That's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught.
It's what your friends all love to do. Behind your back, they make fun of you.
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker, without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Yeah, I bet he is. Just remind him that abstaining from violence ain't the same as chocolates and flowers.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud.
Like this.
I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
Huh. You beginning to wean yourself off of eating the shoe polish? This is a good turn, Rao.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Have you lived all your life within the Protectorate? No. What do you know about what makes an Arbiter? I refuse to question the Supreme Arbiter, just as I refuse to cast every belief I hold dear into the mud. Push me no more. Virgil will know what to make of this. Together we'll figure out what to do. I'll message him when we return to the ship. Hopefully he shall respond. Quickly.
Includes compound interest in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my rates are never lower.
Oh, I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated loner. And my dear, you know my turns. They are really quite straightforward. Oh, yes, everybody knows that I am indeed the uncomplicated loner. And to keep things simple,
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Stop and drop whatever you're doing. I have a bombshell bulletin regarding a management shakeup in the Protectorate. The Sovereign is out, the Console is in. We can thank our Office of Competitive Analysis and Artful Reconnoitering for this scoop. They're doing the law's work. Monitoring the Protectorate's mind-numbing wireless content. Such around-the-clock eavesdropping has paid a dividend. Hear the Protectorate's announcement of regime change straight from the Consul's soup hole. Roll tape.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve.
You go on ahead. I'm shilly-shallying about. Came here because I heard Auntie's Choice was contracting.
You're the maverick
When I heard about the
freelancer
job,
from the
it was
wireless.
not for me.
Shepherding you
Word on the street is you're all fired goal-oriented.
until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs.
10 sacks of gold sprat shit to peddle you. No, this stinks like a coup, top to bottom.
Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to such a big wheel. Afraid I still need to check your record with us, Big Shot. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time? Unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're clearly a valued partner of Auntie's Choice, but your standing with us could be higher if you accepted our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Anecdotal feedback from paid experts shows it increases the odds of a ship's crew purchasing Auntie's Choice products by a whopping 11%. Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, amble through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk. They can contact Vice President Hewitt and provide details on our exciting contract opportunity.
This area is for client intake specialists only. Though, I admire your go-where-I-want attitude.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Like what? Ask away. The Esplanade. There's a medicament merchant for trauma kits and such, and there's a doctor just up the stairs from there. Anything else you need to know about this place? Definitely the best choice. It's a Trey-exclusive VIP saloon on the value-added Esplanade. You're not thinking of trying to go in there, are you? Oh. A potential outside contractor. Check, there's a stop for head office tower on the Trimicular. If you've got a, like who? Or whom? Or such as, does the name Auntie Cleo ring? I almost feel bad taking your money. Need details on anybody else? Our illustrious CEO does work here, yes. Don't really see her out and about. No way you're getting to see her without an invite, though. Not sure. Like most of our execs, she can be found in head office tower. I'd proceed to the reception area. Well?
Beats walking.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. You have questions, Vicar Magsaysay has informed answers, as evidenced by another installment of Ask a Vicar. A listener asks, why am I so bored? I am always bored. In fact, I'm bored now.
An honest question begging for an honest answer. Numerous studies have shown that boredom is inversely proportional to intelligence. Normally, I would suggest a variety of mathematical puzzles and problems to increase your profundication, but I don't see that as the best solution in your case. Instead, I recommend the following. Purchase a small rubber ball and learn to bounce it. Best of luck.
Hey, you, soldier with the, arm. Got a delivery for you. Got a delivery for an Inez Silong? That you? I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about. But I've got to ask, company policy.
Yeah, it's me, all right. Who is asking, exactly?
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you, if I could, and deliver this message. Couldn't tell you. The client paid extra for complete confidentiality and prompt delivery. As a reminder, we don't offer return to sender service unless you pay double plus expediting charges. Until next time.
Ugh, ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Until next time. Feels like a glimpse of Arcadia's future, if Auntie's choice has its way.
Afraid I'm not being paid to talk
think
to
you
you
dropped
at
something?
present.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something? Yeah, you dropped something.
Word to the wise. Mind your personal effects, intellectual assets, and major organs at all times.
Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped. Get me?
Our business is concluded. Adieu.
Your
The recipe of our exclusive cocktail is our most closely guarded secret. Welcome to the Bottom Runger, exclusive home of the Raptidon Bite. That's what everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants to know. No, friend, I finally caught N-rays in a bottle with this one. Not sharing the secret of our success with anyone. However, you are welcome to sample a few and attempt to discern the ingredients for yourself. Not tending bar right now. May your day be...
I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy at the moment. There are a half-dozen sinks left to clean this shift, as well as one thoroughly formidable latrine, and I... Wait. How terribly rude of me! It's you! You're the one who talked me down from my horrible course at the N-ray range on Golden Ridge. Improving myself, my friend. I have a new lease on my existence, and it's all thanks to you. You see, I meditated on your words, and on the events that led me to strapping myself to an explosive threatening to kill us both. Something had to change. I realized that the tremendous question, that of controlling the universe's uncertainty, was too tremendous to pursue. So I sought an environment I could control. I do believe I am where I was always meant to be. Janitorial science is deceptively difficult and shockingly stimulating. If you've not, you must try it sometime. Eliminating the malodorous quality of a once bilious stall is just as stimulating a dilemma as any mathematical quandary. Anyhow, I mean not to ramble. Once again, consider me in your debt eternally. If you ever require a sanitation engineer, I shall come running, mop in hand. Avail yourself of my restroom at your leisure. I'll clean up whatever mess you make with aplomb.
Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to
Who do you think's getting this big promotion?
Why do I feel like we're about to meet some of the most nettlesome people in the world?
Predacious of the two. Quite an effective little front stabber.
I see you decided to accept my invitation. Good. I do hate having to follow up. Ordinarily, reception here would detain you in a whole song and dance, but you're no common contractor. You're my honored guest, and as such, I've informed them there's no need. I wanted to formalize my gratitude for your assistance on Greater Tranquility Station. What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. I felt we were making real progress, notwithstanding a subsection or two. In fact, that is what I summoned you here to discuss. Some messages have indeed been sent hither and thither through back channels. Alden remains convinced an agreement can be reached, and I concur. Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing the Order and Auntie's Choice together, the profit from doing so far outweighs the risk.
You are listening to Grand Plan Wireless, Arcadia's voice of reason. Until we in the Order solve the universal equation, we won't have all the answers, but for now, Vicar Magsaysay has most of them. Go on, ask a Vicar. A listener asks, how does prediction work?
To begin, you'll need to gain favor with both the Order and Auntie's Choice. I expect the Order will want you to, I don't know, clap some chalkboard erasers together or something. Do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders and convince each to agree to meet and continue the negotiations. You're confident, of fine quality, at certain occupational tiers, but mind that you're not overconfident. Auntie hates grandstanding. Obviously, you will need help to smooth over any points of contention during the negotiation, which will require some verbal finesse, but worry about that step upon reaching it. Capital! As I mentioned before, you'll first need to earn an audience with the presiding bishop and our very own chief executive before this plan can go ahead. When it comes to the Order, approach their laureates. They seem to run things. On our side, work with the VPs, improve their opinion of you, and gain their trust. Oh, and you might see about improving your oratory skills in the meantime. Persuasive rhetoric will certainly be valuable during the upcoming negotiations. Certainly. Aren't you adorable? Next, you'll be asking me to name a time I overcame adversity in the workplace. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? To wit, I am my job, and I rather think such an esteemed position speaks for itself. If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the Esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of means and taste, the best choice is undeniably the finest gin mill on board. They tried to name a drink after me once, you know, but I refused. Too gauche. You'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade. Oh, answering that would come dangerously close to upward communication, which is not something we advocate in Auntie's Choice. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review or, law forbid, critique their seniors. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer. Quite literally. This corporation would be adrift without her as our steady bellwether.